laying in the sun. You getting a suntan, buddy? Look at his back feet. I love how he puts his back feet when he lays like that. Like they're all stretched out behind him. Hello. I don't know how to say your name, but hello. He's like, I'm wondering why you're looking at me. I moved the camera and he turns. He hates the camera, guys. I'm telling you, it's so weird. What are you doing? Being grouchy today, sir? You being grouchy? Hey, come back here. I'm trying to pull him back. Come here. Are you being lazy, buddy? I'll go pick some more dandelion. Dang it, somebody tried to call. And of course, he can't hold still. See, I got a bunch of dandelions. Puppy. Hi, baby. Hi, puppers. Hold on, baby. I'm trying to pick up these dandelions and get them spiked. Oh, that's so cute. A turtle. Them are so cute. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, but huh? Wiener dogs. Oh, them are adorable. Yeah, I'm gonna mow here in a minute. Then I got a doctor's appointment later on. So I was coming out trying to do a live stream for them real quick. But for some reason, when my phone's ringing, it's going through that phone too, and I don't know why. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's where I gotta go. Okay, I see you when you get home. Love you. Be careful. Bye. Oh, it's okay. Garden, hello. How are you? I was over there opening Fluffy's food for her. Let me scoot this back a little. hiking. Lay down, buddy. He's got the whole yard of grass, and he's over here picking these few little strands of grass. He's so funny. Look, he's got the whole yard. He's got the whole yard. He's over here picking these few little strands. Hey Elliot, how are you? I'm good. It's nice out today. It's a nice day out. Oh, Fluffy just knocked her food over. Oh man. Fluffy, hold on, baby. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna run and help Fluffy real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm coming. Fluffy knocked her bowl off. She's sitting on the shed eating it, and she knocked her bowl off, and it flipped over on top of her food where she couldn't get to it. And she was looking at me like, are you gonna come fix this? It's 85 there today. Oh my gosh, it's not that here, but let me see what it is here. I don't even know what it is. Let me see. Go to, how about that? It's 75. Yeah, I'm hot too. It's only 75 here. I'm not sweating, but I'm hot. But don't it feel good? It's better than freezing. I'd rather sweat every day than be cold. I don't like being cold. We got clouds, the big white fluffy ones, because it's supposed to rain here. I think at 4. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see the clouds. Let me try it. Can you see the clouds? Yeah, it is, Elliot. Yep, it's bright blue with them white clouds. Let me see. Let me see if I can point it up this way. There's really no trees. Well, there's trees, but you know what I mean. We got those white clouds. But it's still a pretty day out. Hi, Garden, how are you? I keep talking to you. Every time I see your name, I'm like, Garden, I'm coming, hold on. Yeah, I fell asleep. I knew I would fall asleep when I started the live stream, but I felt bad because somebody emailed me and asked me to, turn on the live while Spike was sleeping for her toddler, and I felt bad because I didn't read the email until real late. So I started it as soon as I seen the email. I went out and started it. But like, I knew I was gonna fall asleep, but I was just like, well, I'm starting it anyway. Yeah, I feel bad, like when somebody, because it helps their toddlers settle down and sleep, and I feel bad, like when I don't read the emails fast enough. So like when I start a live stream at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, that's why. Is because I am late reading the messages. And them toddlers are smart. Like if she just plays a video of Spike sleeping, they know it's a video. Like they know it's not live. And I'm like, kids are way too smart. So that's why it's such a big deal being a live stream. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's got a couple toddlers that like they'll sit down and go to sleep if Spike's sitting down sleeping. Oh, I am too. Trust me, I am too. But as long as Spike's sleeping, they'll go to sleep. It's my fault for not checking the messages good enough, or as often as I should, I guess. Yeah, yeah. That's why I kept saying garden. Everybody's like, there ain't no grass. I'm like, give it time to wake up. It's not even awake yet. Yeah, I mean, kids are so smart. I don't. I remember when my kids were 2 and 3, buddy. You couldn't get stuff over on them like I would fall for at that age. And like I guess the toddlers nowadays, they know the difference between a live stream and a video. Okay, Elliot. Have a good day. Yeah, I'll probably do I told her that since I didn't start that one until like 4 o'clock this morning, that I have a doctor's appointment here in a little bit, and when I get back from the doctor's, it'll probably be like 8 or 9 o'clock tonight. And I said as soon as I get back from my doctor's appointment, I'll start the live stream. Because Spike will already be in bed when I get back. Oh, I feel okay, garden. It's just I have to go once a month just for the maintenance stuff. But there ain't nothing wrong with me though. Like just to get my medicine refilled and stuff, I just gotta go once a month. at one point in time, though, I felt like I should just move in there. Especially during the radiation part. Yeah, Gardner, I don't like being a patient, trust me. Like, but I had to do, let me think, it was like 22, I want to say 22 days of radiation. It literally took me longer to drive to the hospital than the actual radiation part at the hospital. Then I had to drive all the way home. I was like, man, I should just like camp out in the parking lot or something. Because it would take me almost 2 hours to get there. You know, time they prep you and put you under the actual radiation machine is maybe 15 minutes, if that. And then you got to drive the 2 hours back home. Oh yeah, I'm done with it, all that stuff now. Yeah, I did the chemo and radiation for breast cancer. I got diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer 2 weeks before my 40th birthday. But I'm done with all that now. I'm done, like, it's been, yeah, I'm over 5 years now, but I still just go once a month to, no, Garden, I'm done with everything. I just go once a month just for my, I still take the hormone blocker pill and, the, I call them puke pills is what I call them. Like I take like 3 or 4 of them a day because my last round of chemo, I've been so nauseous since then. Ugh, it's a horrible feeling. And they said it's just a side effect. It might go away or it might not ever go away, which I'm praying it goes away one day. But I just have to go once a month to get my medicine refilled. Yeah, Garden. Like if it wasn't for Jeremy was alive then, my husband, and he told me one day, he's like, I feel a knot. I was like, no, it's nothing. I mean, my mom has 10 brothers and sisters, and then they all have kids, and they have kids. You know, there's like 900 and something people in our family. And there's never, ever been no breast cancer. I mean, there's been colon cancer, and I think lung cancer. But nobody ever has ever in our whole entire family had breast cancer. And I was like, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Like, oh, did you get it taken care of, Garden? And so I ignored it for probably about 7 or 8 months, and he kept like, you need to go get that checked. I'm like, it's nothing. Like, I'm not going to get that checked. That's nothing. And then one day I was cleaning, and you know those little, them little beetles that look like ladybugs, but they're orange. You know what I'm talking about? Well, there was like 3 of them on the ceiling, and I was backing them off the ceiling. And I thought one fell down my shirt, so I like went to get it out of my shirt. And when I did, I felt the bump that he was talking about. Up until then, I couldn't feel what he was talking about. And so once I felt it, I of course made the appointment and all that stuff, and that's how it went. But yeah, so like, don't ignore it. If you guys. Like ladies feeling, or even men, there's men that get breast cancer too. It's common. Don't ignore it like that is. Because they said mine was stage 3, but she put down stage 2, and she's like, I'm not going back through all that paperwork and changing it. But by the size of your tumor, it's definitely stage 3. And I was like, who cares what stage it is? As long as it's gone, as long as I get rid of it, I don't care what it's doing. Yeah, but they said like my estrogen is like its food or whatever. Like that's what it was growing from. So like they put me into menopause, And you know, I'll just take the medicine for probably five more years or whatever, to where I know when I quit taking it that I won't have a, you know, have another period and have to go through all that again. But that's the only reason why I have to go to the doctor. There ain't nothing wrong with me, just gotta get refills. I need to get my port taken out too. My doctor finally said I could get my port out. But like, I'm so sick of surgery. I told him when I was going through all that, like, I think I had, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I had 5 surgeries within like, I don't know, 6 or 8 months, something like that, in a short amount of time. And I said, if you guys don't quit cutting on me, I'm gonna look like Frankenstein. And so like, now that I can finally get my port out, I ain't in no rush just because I don't want to have surgery to get it out. You know what I mean? So like that's another reason why I had to go every month. They also flushed my port. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I told the doctor, I was like, if I quit taking this hormone blocker, I'm gonna, you know, have start my period again. I said, I ain't going through a menopause twice. That ain't fair. And he's like, I agree. And he's like, well, just stay on the hormone blockers for, you know, 5, 10 more years, and then, you know, when you think that you're out of the woods of ever having another period, then you can quit taking them, and you know, won't have to worry about it. Like, sounds good to me, doctor. Oh, I got to move the camera. It's hard to see because like it's so sunny out. I can't see the screen on the camera. I gotta find a place to set it that it'll actually stand up in the yard without falling over. Yeah, that taught me a big lesson though, you know it. Because I did genetic testing, because you know I have a daughter, and so I did genetic testing to see if I had the breast cancer gene, because if I had the breast cancer gene, I would have definitely passed it to my daughter, of course. And like she could like go ahead and, you know, she could get hers taken off and get fake ones or whatever, so she'd never have to worry about cancer or whatever if I had the breast cancer gene. But my genetic testing said I had no gene markers for cancer. Uh, and I said, that makes no sense. How can you sit there and tell me I have no genetic markers for cancer as I have cancer? And the lady's like, well, that just tells us that it's environmentally caused. It's not genetically caused. I said, environmentally caused? I live like 45 minutes from the nearest store. Like, there's no sidewalks or street lights where I live. I live in the middle of nowhere. And it's environmentally caused, or I mean, it has to be the food we're eating. You know what I mean? Like, I don't live in no city. Like, I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm glad that I don't have the gene, so that way I didn't pass it on to her. But it's like, it makes no sense. Like, it has to be the food they're feeding us. Because you guys see, I live in the middle of nowhere. Let me close this door. Yeah, it was funny, garden. When I was doing that genetic testing, the lady was explaining it to me. Well, I don't remember. We have like 43 chromosomes or something. Oh, is it? Yeah. I don't remember. And I told the lady, I said, well, you know, and she was explaining to me, you know, like cancer is in our DNA now. It's so common, like it's actually in your DNA. And I said, well, I probably have all 43 bad chromosomes then. And she started laughing. She's like, I don't think a baby could form with that many bad chromosomes. I said, well, how many ever you can possibly have, that's how many I'm going to have. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck. And I think it took like 45 days for the test results to come back. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. And when she called me, she's like, I've been doing this for, I think she said 22 years. Is what, I could be wrong. It could have been 28, but for some reason I'm thinking she said 22. But I could be wrong about that, guys. She said, and you're only the second person in 22 years of doing this job that I have seen that has no DNA markers for cancer. And I was like the second person in all them years. As I sit here with cancer, like, wow. And that's when she said, well, that just tells us that it's environmentally caused, it's not genetically caused. And I was like, well, I wish you could see where I live. Like, because if my environment's bad, then people in the city ain't got a hope. And I don't think it's the environment. I think it's what they put in our foods. Or the stuff they're spraying us from the sky. Oh, the camera fell over. Hold on, guys. I'm coming. Oh, man, it fell out of the thing. Dang it. I told you this ground is so uneven right here. Sorry, guys. I'm standing back here because that's the only little bit of shade there is in the yard when the sun's out this time of day. Oh, garden, this is horrible what they allow in our food over here. Like, there's like 4 or 5 ingredients they allow in our food over here that your country don't allow even in the country. Like, your guys' country, if you even get caught with it, it's like a humongous to do because, like, it's known to cause cancer. Your country is way better when it comes to the food. Like, a lot of people I know that, you know, have babies over here, they literally order like the baby milk, the baby formula from over in your country because it's so much better than the baby formula made over here. Yeah, my oncologist. Oh, that's a funny story. I'll have to tell you one day. It's a funny story, though. She was asking me, like, you know, I told her about my mom's side of the family, and then she's like, well, what about your dad's side? I said, I don't know. Tell me who my dad is, and I'll tell you. And she's like, you're not serious. I said, okay, all right, I'll bring my mom with me next appointment. I said, and I'll tell you right now what she's going to tell you to your face when you ask her about my dad's side of the family. she's going to tell you that we don't know much about my dad because he's no longer alive. That's what she's going to tell you, because that's what she told me for years. But when you ask her what the man's name is, she don't have a name for him because he doesn't exist. Because she doesn't know who my father is. But she won't admit it. So she tells lies. I don't know. To me, I don't know. I just don't like you can do anything. I don't lie. Like, there's no need to lie. Like, you know, and what kills me even beyond that, she had the whole time she was pregnant, the whole time I was little, to find out who my dad is. Like, there's only a month or two of time that you could get, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many men is in that month or two, is what I'm saying. Like, and I don't know. But, like, since I've been grown, we did 3 different tests with 3 different men when I was, like, 16, I think I was. Of course, they all came back not the father. And she told me that I just wanted to know who my father was to make her look bad. She said, you just want to know who your dad is to make you look bad. Like, that wasn't even nowhere in my mind what it made you look like, Mom. I said, I think everybody that walks this face of the earth deserves to know where they come from. But we can't do no more DNA tests because I'm making her look bad. And I've never, there's no use. I mean, she's not gonna do anymore. She don't care. Which I don't care either, but I think that's kind of rude, like, to do to a person. I mean, I didn't have nothing to do with, you know, like who my dad is. It's not like I asked to be here. And I told her, I said, it just sucks, you know, like I can't even do a family tree, and my kids, they can't either, because, like, there's nothing for 50% of, you know, like it's just a dead end because we don't have a clue who it is. I mean, I have the best dad in the world, though, don't get me wrong. Like, he adopted me when I was little, and he's the best dad in the world, which I wouldn't trade him for nothing. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like who I came from. That's what I'm saying. But, like, my dad that I have, that I wouldn't trade him for everything in this world. But that don't help my family tree, though, you know what I mean? I wish I was his biological kid. Yeah, that's true, Garden. That is 100% true. I don't know. Like, I just don't know how you couldn't know. You know what I mean? Like, how you could not know. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm no saint and ain't done some shady crap in my life, because I have. But still, like, if I would have got pregnant, you know, that week, like, I'd have known it'd been between 2 of them, you know what I mean? Like, after the 3rd one, I still wouldn't have been like, not the father. No, it wouldn't have been like that. Yeah. I remember Erin, my daughter, they were doing a family tree one year when she was in school, and I just shook my head. I said, Erin, I will talk to your teacher tomorrow. You're not going to do this. And I literally just had to go talk to her teacher. And I said, don't Like, you need to come up with a different assignment for her. Don't even put her through that. Like, you know, and I don't want her to be made fun of because of what my mom did. You know, I don't want her to go in there and be like, I don't know who my mom's dad is. So, the teacher, she's like, I didn't even think about that. So she just did away with the whole project altogether and made them do a project on something else. I was like, yeah, you're opening a bad can of worms for a lot of people. Like, you shouldn't be doing that with kids, especially. Like, everybody knows how kids making fun of other kids. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure Spike would have a lot of kids. Every female that he could find, he would definitely mate with them. He'd be like, uh, lighting the candles and putting on that music and singing to them. Yeah, Garden. Yeah, he's the best dad in the world. But like my dad's mom, like they let her go to her grave thinking that I was my dad's real biological kid because he doesn't have any kids. But she, like my grandma, she thinks that like I'm biological. I said, why did you guys do that? And my mom was like, your dad wanted it that way. I was like, man, y'all did some shady shit, man. You know, because like I would have been her only granddaughter because my dad is her only kid. And you know, of course she left me all over jewelry and everything because I'm her only granddaughter. And I was like, how, I don't know if she would want me to have that. Like, you guys let her think that I was her biological granddaughter. Like, no. So everything just feels weird. Oh, but there's no worry about it because all my grandma's jewelry I put in my mom's safe at her house, and somehow it's just all gone, you know, because my mom wore it all the time and lost it and people stole it. So I don't have any of it to worry about anyway. My mom took care of all that for me. I'm telling you, my mom has done so much shit. I don't know. I don't know how she does what she does to me. I couldn't imagine doing one of my kids the way my mom has done me. I just couldn't even imagine it. And she just acts like it's nothing. But yet, what she does to me, I have two older sisters, and she was married to their dad. She don't do it to them. Okay, I'm not talking about my family no more. It's like it's not. Yeah, like Spike wants to go inside because look, it got dark all of a sudden. It's gonna rain. You want to go in your house, buddy? Want to go in your house, buddy? Come on. Yeah, it's gonna rain. Go on, buddy. He's like, I'm going in now. The rain. I'm gonna go get the lawnmower out. I'm gonna try to mow some before it rains and before I have to get ready for the doctor. Let's see where he's going. Yeah, he might come back out, but like it got real dark like it was gonna rain. But I don't know if he's gonna stay in here. He might come back out. You coming back out, buddy? He just runs in and out of his house all day. And Am I back, guys? Not yet. Am I back? I think I lost my signal. Sorry guys, I think I lost my signal because it's getting ready to storm here. So I think that's why like the signal went out. Sorry guys, I lost my signal. It just went out for some reason. It's getting ready to storm here though. Where did it go? Yeah, it's getting ready to storm, guys. I'm gonna get off of here. I gotta go put stuff up. But I'll do a live tonight, like a sleep stream. I hope you guys have a good day.